What's going on, boys and girls? Welcome back to another Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis video, and I feel like this needs to be a redemption arc. I need to put a little bit of clarity on some of the things that were said yesterday and misunderstood. So, I'm going to talk about the banners first, because I think this is the one that kind of got people upset. Now, I know for a fact there's a lot of Tifa Simps out there. I get it. I'm one of them, okay? But look, I know a lot of you guys were upset about what I said about this whole weapon and banner. I still stand by what I say. To this extent, this weapon, in my opinion, should still be better. And here's why I said that, okay? We're going to go look at it again. And I'm going to explain to you why my theory, a little bit more thoroughly, why I said what I said. I compared it to Amaranth's gloves, not because I said Amaranth's gloves are better. So that was not the point. They're not better. I know they're not better. The point was, I don't like the fact that these have the low to high potency. Now, I get it. Everyone's like, well, you're going to spam it anyways, Pain. No shit, Sherlock. We know that. The point, though, is at this level of power creep, I think it's very weird to have low even at OP10. I don't know how else to explain that. It should have been at the very least mid to high. If it was mid to mid, mid to high, I would have been okay with that. But the fact that you have to spend 12 ATBs just to get this to high potency is crazy to me. And not only that, am I taking crazy pills? You guys are all mad at me for saying that. And then secondly, not to mention, the water potency and the magic attack on this are really bad. At 120 and OB10, you get yourself 46 and 26. Am I missing something here, guys? I'm a little blown away by this. It's because it's like, I expected to get some backlash. I clearly did. That was clear. Okay, I knew that was going to happen because it's Tifa. I love Tifa personally. Don't get me wrong. She's my favorite heroine, not the drug, but the female counterpart to being a hero in the game. Don't get me wrong. I'm all about Team Tifa. I have been from day one. But guys, come on, man. Come on, guys. Really? 46 and 26? And then somebody was like, oh, well then so Diner's Tray and all that jazz is not that good anymore. So again, let's go back a couple seconds. These weapons came out before the anniversary. So if you're going to compare the anniversary weapons, right, 46 and 39, first off, okay? And not to mention, you've got yourself all these boosts as well, too. So that's not a big deal. But the fact is you have better wind potency than water potency by quite a bit. That's huge. And yes, you get the high, you eventually get to the high potency. I get it. But guys, should we not have better standards at this point? My opinion, personally, mid to high would have been perfect to make up for the lack of water potency on that weapon. So that was the first thing I wanted to address. Because I was like, I felt offended. I was like, yo, y'all losing your shit on me for something that you guys should be kind of like, this is kind of mid in regards to the stats. Like, listen, I get it. It's pretty good duration. It's 35 seconds of duration. So this is going to be uptime pretty much at all times. The moment you do 12 ATBs, this will be up the entire time. I get that. I'm good with that. I'm not saying the weapon's bad. No one's saying the weapon is bad. I have not once said the weapon is bad. What I said was I expected more from the low to mid. And not to mention, you also have to be HP 50% or more, right? So you're also adding that extra layer of complexity. So again, I'm just saying it could be better. And then let's go back to my original argument in the video. If I were to choose between water weapons, why the hell would I choose that weapon? Yes, I get it. It'll be drawable, so you can put it in the wish list. But if I have enough tokens and I've been saving and now I have to choose between a water weapon versus a water weapon, why in the world would I not go for Glenn's? Like, why would I not? And that was my original argument as well, too. It was like, if you have a water weapon available to you, why would you not go for the one that gives you this over that one there? Right? Like, why would you not? What? Because one's magic attack versus one not being magic attack? Because one gives you a boost of 50% more up to high, where this one gives everybody the physical attack boost? So why would you go for that weapon when you have this as an option? So that was my original argument, right? So I understand people were upset about my whole spiel on Tifa. Yes, I get it. Again, you will be spamming the weapon. Totally understandable. But 12 ATBs to get to high at this point in the game, I think is fairly mediocre. The weapon itself is great. Don't get me wrong. Like, it has good percentages. The fact that it goes to M attack high is great. But where it starts to where it ends, it's pretty much like Drake's song. Started from the bottom, now we're here. We all know Drake wasn't broke. We all know this weapon's not broke, but it also could be better. Could also be better. That's all I was trying to say. So I want to get that off my chest because a lot of people came at me for that one. And I'm like, yo, like Tifa Simp army after me? I'm part of you guys. Like, leave me alone, bro. Anyways, wanted to go over that. Now, the second thing I want to discuss real quick, I made a mistake personally. It's not a huge mistake. Some people thought it was a huge mistake. I don't personally think it's a huge mistake. It was, if anything, this mistake was a good mistake. Cait Sith in general, his crit percentages are much higher than I said 10%. I didn't realize his crit percentage is actually much higher than that. It's actually 30%. Sorry guys, I misread that. I don't know how I misread that, but it's 30% for example in this one versus the usual 10%. And of course, the crazy crit damage is nuts. And I did say already, like from seeing these weapons, he's already pretty OP. So I'm glad to see he's more OP than I even thought. So that was also a mistake I made. My apologies, guys. It was a long night. I made a video pretty late at night. I shouldn't have, maybe done it at night. But anyways, that's kind of what I wanted to get off my chest. You guys can see here 20% sometimes, right? So you guys can see like these are in fact going to be fairly decent for crit damage. 20% there as well too. And then we have ourselves 20% there. And then what is this one? This one doesn't have it. Nope, nothing there. And I think his costume, let me see if his costume, I think his costume gives in, where is it? Hold on. Try on? Is it try on? Is it try on 2 or 1? I think it's 2, right? Come on, buddy. You can do it. There it is. 50% more crit damage. That's pretty crazy. That's a lot of crit damage. Okay, so there you guys have it. So, I mean, like, I just want to correct those two things, obviously, because I know a lot of people were like, hey, Payne, like, you're wrong on this, and you shouldn't talk bad about Tifa. Listen, I love her costume. I do. I'm a dude who's always been in love with Tifa since I was a kid. Like, obsessed with her, literally. I'm not kidding you. I just expected more from this weapon overall. For two things. The water potency is really low, and the fact that it went low to, again, I get it. You're going to spam it. You'll eventually get there after 12 ATBs. I just want to make sure you guys understood my thought process. If I had a choice to go between Glenn and hers, and I had enough crystals for both, I would 100% choose Glenn's without even a question. Without even a question, I would choose Glenn's in a heartbeat. And if you guys think otherwise, I'd love to hear why outside of the fact that it's a limited weapon. That's the only real argument here for that, is because it's a limited weapon, okay? I don't see any other reason outside. Okay, maybe also because it's magic attack. I mean, I don't know who uses Tifa with magic. It's rare. Power Soul's the only other real good magic attack weapon she has. That I would consider even like good. It is actually good. But again, I just wanted to clear those things up. Okay, guys? Let's just take it easy. I'm human. I got my own opinions. You guys are allowed to obviously express them. I'm allowed to counterattack here. And I just want to give you guys my full thought process here behind why I thought the way I thought. Again, it wasn't to compare to Amaranth's claws. It was never to do that. I know those are a one-time shot to boost your attack power, then you really don't use them after the fact. That's usually how that works. I get that. Again, it was just saying it's weird to see mid to high on a weapon that is this far into the game not be available rather than low to high. And then having the low water potency is kind of mediocre, to be honest, for that kind of a weapon, right? Especially if you're going to dish out this much. Also, another thing I want to say is I think Cait Sith's haste is a 20% chance to actually haste. I thought it was a 20% increase because I don't know how you read this, but haste is applied. Rate is 20%. So I'm assuming the rate is not how much faster you go. I think the rate is the actual application of the buff. Okay? Anyways, want to clear those things up, guys. This is Payne. Love to hear your comments. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get blasted on some of these. So have fun with it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.